So in the following demonstration, we're going to using three software. First, we're using Illustrator to create the basic illustration because Illustrator is the best on the market to do the thing. But Illustrator again is not the latest technology. Because the XD will be a next generation software to create a user experience to do the design and then prototype. So the one, traditionally, well, it's not traditionally, XD been using for create a user interface, but it could be using one of the functions I found is truly amazing when you want to do animation. So when you combine with Illustrator and XD, and you can create a quick portal or a quick bridge that connects a regular drawing or even regular drawing or digital image, quickly convert the document into After Effects to create a quick animation. So following video in the following demonstration is truly I designed for my class, but I think it's really fast. Again, in this channel, everything I'm looking for is to using all my knowledge and experience and the experience of teaching and the professional, project to achieve one goal to do things fast and more accurate. Again, the fast is the best word to describe digital software. If you can do things fast, that means you're doing good. Okay, so and then finally we're going to be using After Effects. So you may say, well, maybe I'm not. I'm you may have some consideration. Say I'm not have experience all of the software or any one of the software. So it doesn't matter. So what you need to do is be able to have those software open. So when you open, there's probably much that will be the first screen. So there's no basic thing. So I always have a student ask, I don't have the basic of doing that. I don't have art experience. I don't have this, and I don't know how those software work. But basically, learning those software or learning all the digital things is for the one role is to play as sand. Okay, think about your sandbox. You just do it. You don't have things say, what's the materials made of the sand? And you made of the sand. What's the color of the sand? You don't concern those things. You don't even think about that. In the when we become adult and or even you are not adult yet. So it's a time to really think about how we learn at the very young age, where all of us with a best learner. When you in a child, in the case, you just learn as play. Okay, so let's just do this concept. So let's turn to AI Illustrator. In this mode, you create a new document. If you don't know where to create, okay, there's some shortcut, but I was just really considering the need for the new user. You want to create a new, and you also want to create a customize. How can customize this? Well, actually go to web, okay, and customize and change its width to 1280 by 720. Okay, so don't touch the film and the video, even where do those things, because this one have some transparent setting, which kind of like not very helpful. So just create this one and type 1280 pixels and height will be 720 pixels and hit create this document. Okay, so to create this document, so today we're going to create like a mountain-like opening illustration. So its first is illustration, and the second is also it have some animation. Okay, so we have a title there. So let's do a quickly creating this process. So first, I like the most the function of using pencil to kind of like create the details Well, remember one thing is to achieve the same fast result, you want to go to change the setting from Essentials to Essentials Classic for the current version of Illustrator. So that makes sure that we have the same shortcut setting and all those things so you can follow. So we want to do the first is hit N. So when you hit N, you switch it to pencil and hit return. And the very important setting for here to create a beautiful graphic is the pencil tool option, the fidelity turn to smooth. So we want all the way smooth. So hit here and okay, so we're ready to draw something. Okay, so and also wanted to have the color swatch open. So the color swatch, the third button here, when you're using the Essential Classic, it's like some grid here. So think about the color swatches, right? So one click open, and we actually detach this one. So make this one floating here. And I'm kind of like just using those color, those default color. So using a little bit smaller one. So okay, I put it on the side, and this is probably the only things we need to create an image. The basic graphics. So I'm going to create a mountain and mountains after mountains. So it's very popular. So hit N. And the return, change the smooth, so we already did early. So let's just draw this mountain shape, okay? All right, so try to close it, okay? So when you see the circle, when you see these, when they close, they have a completed circle to indicate that. We will kind of repeat this one a few times, so you will get there. So let's do, so once we draw this and hit Shift X, or click this button. So what basically is a swap, fill, and a stroke. So we want this one to fill some color, not the stroke. Okay, so let me emphasize this is this one. So what the target was the result will be will fill with color, and the stroke show nothing. Okay, so okay, and then we pick the color. So if mountain pretty close to you, that could be something like a green. Okay, so next we're going to draw the mountain behind us, behind this current mountain. So then there will be a function here on this area called Shift D, draw behind. So we should draw this one. So it's kind of like change the order of drawing. So if you directly draw, for example, you draw another layer here, and you will need to send this one back. So that's kind of like extra thing. So we don't want that. So we directly go to draw the back layer. So by switch to draw behind mode. So let's draw another mountain. Okay, waiting for the close point to be a circle. So now let's do something a little bit more bright green. Okay, so now let's go continue. Okay, so since we're current in the draw behind mode, so it's every time you draw, it will be behind. So just make sure that is behind there. Okay, and another one. Okay, let's do it again. Okay, a little bit taller one, and how about showing blue? Or sometimes yellow. Okay, and then on the back side, we can do a different one. Yeah, it's going to be colorful. Okay, how about a little bit pink? Okay. So this one, finally, I keep this one, the blue. Okay. So we got this, and but sometimes you say, oh, I want to do a little bit modification for this. So a fast way to do this is select this the object you wanted to modify, and you want to do a very organic and smooth control. So actually based on scientific research, the more smooth illustration the people more enjoy to read to or see your illustration. So do more smooth work. Okay, so one setting is a Shift R. Shift R, with using this the warp tool, is kind of a change the current to select the curve. So you can do is you can change the shapes. If you just want quickly a simple modification, this is definitely would be good to try. Okay, so then we can quickly test the preview. So using Shift F. Okay, so we can quickly preview what the result may look like. This is quite a nice result. Okay, so and then we're gonna also wanted to put the text in, so create a kind of like a title. So I'm gonna draw a little bit of like a cloud. Cloud-like shapes. So I hit N, and this time I'm not drawing behind. I just switch it back to the beginning. Okay, so using this one to draw just like a regular order. Okay, so this will be the default setting. So kind of like draw a cloud. Okay, and then fill with white color. Okay, if you want, you can add something, kind of a different color. So I wanted this one to be very simple. So maybe a little bit pink, like just using the white color. So very simple, very 2D, and I will put the text in. So the text I want to say, the recent David Hockney did post his drawing, said, do remember they cannot cancel the spring. This is kind of a reflect what the current situation. So I wanted to just use this one words, and I want to using Mount Rise. Okay. Okay, I just Mount. Okay, you could, or using some like a default setting. Oh, I like using FCU actually. FCU is the Cumin variable concept. So using this one to change the width. Okay, so and kind of like a line to here. So it's a very simple text object. So from here, and I think we are good to go. Okay, so where to go? Actually, using Illustrator, there are several ways we can animate to this one to convert this Illustrator file into layers order, and then open in After Effects. So if you go YouTube, search, maybe find something like that. But it's very, I would say it's a little bit complicated. So actually, for now, the best way, watch this. So what you can do is just select everything you draw here, and Command C, and go back to XD and create things here. So in XD window, you want to do is to create customize size 1280 by 720. We're using the match the size. Why we do this? When you do any animation at this learning things in After Effects, I highly recommend to use the 1280 by 720. It's called so-called 720p. So it's small enough and the quick response. So you do apply visual effects and you try things, do the sandbox things. It's not costing you so many time to wait. Okay, so again, the more times you're doing, the more time practice, then you will get a good result. So this is kind of like the purpose of this channel. We do things 10 times, and then we try to achieve 10 times fast. So 10 times is the assuming those numbers, so we need to repeat creatively. So you are not repeat just what you did before, you are repeat creatively every time you change the concept. This is the best time to learn. Okay, best things to learn, best method. Okay, so let's go here, and we're going to move forward to create a 1280 by 720. Okay, and then Command V. So paste all the things here. Okay, So you may want to, for some elements, maybe slightly align, maybe you want to ungroup that. Okay, so just simply right click on group. Okay, group and ungroup. So the ungroup will be Command Shift G. So if you want to do a modify certain things. So I move this one to the center. So what do we do next? Okay, actually, this could be easier than you may think. So how can you convert this file to After Effects? What you just need to do is Command Option F. So you quickly get this file here and get all the cloud text. So I think this one probably a cloud, and there are some other elements. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm going to turn off those cloud first, because I want to give this one the cloud a different setting. But before that is a very important stage of learning After Effects is to do everything less than 5 seconds. Less than 5 seconds. Why we did do this? Okay, 5 seconds is a great number, and actually in my teaching I usually do 4 seconds. Well, let's do 4 seconds. Using short time is good for you to understand the concept, because the things they will repeat this in a small segment of time. So we need to repeat more times than we may think. So that's why I'm teaching. Sometimes I repeat this concept again and again, because by just watching, you will be able to actually learn a lot, because those concepts are being repeated creatively with different ingredients. Okay, so from here, what I want to do is to do a fine tune. We need to do a last minute adjustment. Please do so. Okay, and that's just the very important stage is change the direction. So Command K. So we're gonna have this setting here. Again, very different things is here. The frame rate will be 60 seconds when you copy or directly using XD mode, or XD as a bridge. But basically, you really will do the 29.97. So you can do 70 or 25. Actually, you can do 25. It's another standard animation, frame rate. But here the duration I want you to change this one to 400. Okay, 400. The duration is 400. It's not 4. You want to do 4 seconds. You want to put 400 or 4 and a period. And hit OK. We're gonna confirm this setting. So we see this whole setting here. We have 0, 1, 0, 0. That means the first second, and the second, third, and then end. Okay, so let's do a very simple animation here right now. So we're gonna do. So we know that this could be almost the final stage. So let's go select everything. And I'm going to select all of this and click 0300, okay, 300, the number, okay? So in the timeline. So from here, what you're going to do is just simply hold Option and the P. So you may not, at this time, you don't have to ask what's the function, what they're doing. Actually, this will place a position keyframe. But what it would do here is to take a photo or make sure that the computer now, we want everything to complete at this stage. But actually, we will do a little bit of modification of this one. So let's just do, so we can open this a little bit so we can see that. So then what the next is, what I'm going to do is to back to our early stage. So what is early stage is the early time here. So let's go move to, for example, let's do 10th frame. Okay, 10f. Okay, so it's all about 1/3 a second, so it's at the very beginning. So at this time, we're gonna do select all the mountains. Okay, so you may want using the command plus or command minus to control the size of the current VO. Okay, so make this one a little bit smaller. So because we have so many elements to do. Okay, so now we drag all the things except. Actually, we're doing this way as well. So we'll drag everything down. Okay, that means everything. So leave the screen. Okay, so and then it will move as one piece, right? Okay, very good. So now what we're gonna do is we know this is the so we know this is the back layer. So and what we're gonna do is just doing them in a different order. So what we're gonna do is move this one. Again, you see the a little bit closely. This diamond here. Okay, I'm gonna do just not resize. Okay, so change the order something like this to give them the certain like a diagonal line. So and let's see what happens. Okay, you see a little bit different, a little bit slow. So we can make this one a little bit dramatic. Okay. All right. So this is pretty nice. We see all the cloud, all the pieces. It seems kind of move in a different speed. Also for the final piece, the cloud. When those two, we basically select those two to make this one, kind of move a little bit fast. Okay. Okay, I also wanted this one to be complete a little bit later. Alright. Okay, do a very simple animation. So, and we can also do a very simple easy in for those keys. So we just highlight everything. So Command A and hit F9. So we can do a little bit, easy in. We call it animation term called easy in. So it's to slightly change the time when we do the animation. So okay, all right, pretty nice. So we complete this, and let's see a quick preview. Okay, of course you can do a more dynamic adjustment. You will see why we need this one to be loop fast, because you can really adjustment on the fly. So for some piece, say you want this one to be complete a little bit faster. Okay, so you can definitely do this. Okay. Okay, so that's the big piece. To follow a certain order. Okay, so it really depends on you how you feel this. You can really play with those, sandbox items. So really don't fear of this After Effects. Don't think of After Effects as too crazy software. But really just play what you already know. Follow this demonstration, do 3 times, and you will definitely get there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a very quick different process of this one, so you got the concept and better. So you don't have to go back to review everything. For understanding purpose, it will be good if you can see the process one more time, but with different setting. So this is also a teaching strategy. So you may find something that you are missing, from the first time. Okay. So we're back to Illustrator. Okay, so it's AI. So we start with the AI to prepare graphics. Why we're doing this? Why we're not directly drawing XD? Because XD is not do anything good with drawing. So it's not a drawing application. So so it's just too complicated, or it's not complicated. It's just too simple of the tool. Okay, so let's do Command N in Illustrator. Okay, we're gonna create a new document where still the size will be 1280 by 720 pixel, landscape mode. Create this. Okay, so this time we'll do a little bit more like a dynamic or organic colors. Like a opening for a channel. Okay, so we can draw some lovely color. Okay, so there one color theme I really enjoy to use is called Kids. Okay, so you go here to in the swatch panel, click the library icon, you go to the Kids stuff. Okay, so then this one will have some Kids stuff here. So you see the color combination is very nice. So I'm going to draw some shapes. I was still using the Shift D option. Why? Because this is just so easy to use, and I'm going to draw some shapes here. Okay, pick a different color. Okay, a little bit purple. All right, red. I like a little bit of, lighter color, brighter color. Okay, and finally we have this middle piece, and maybe something more like a green. Okay, so kind of like make the middle as green color, and we do the kind of like the same words. Okay, because this one is kind of a drawing behind, we need to bring that piece actually up. So you want to right click and arrange this one, bring to front. Okay. All right, so I'm going to try to using different font. So maybe just has this one again. Okay, so you know that the Google fonts have so many options. So in the future class, I'm going to talk about some typeface settings, some typography control. But now we just have this very simple. Okay, so I'm going to give this one a dark green color, even darker. Okay, so now I'm going to copy everything here. So Command A, Command C. Command A means select all. Command C means copy to the clipping board, which means the computer memory. And we'll go back to XD. Command N. We create a 1280 by 720 pixel document. Command V. Okay, very nice. You may notice that when we actually bring here, the font is slightly changed. Okay. Also, when you copy things here, it's being locked. So do the Command Shift G first. Okay. So we actually that's pretty good. You will do Command Shift G. This is the same shortcut I've been using for Illustrator and XD. So from here, I'm going to using maybe some more common fonts. So you can use your font, whatever the font you have on your computer, install the computer. So in the future class, we're going to have the same font setting. So all right, so let's just do this. Command Option F. Oh, click the title, click the customer one, the blue text. Command Option F. So now we have this one here. We'll do the same thing. So you may find the first thing you want to do is Command K and change the frame rate to 25 and the duration. And then you want to double click and then type 400 and hit OK. So that's down the setting. And then always go to the 30 second. So you say, why I pick 3? Why pick the 30 second? Why not do the end? Well, basically you need left 1 second for people to reveal, to see the complete piece. Okay, so so that's the point. We have everything back to the designed location or position. So we do Command A for in the timeline here. In the timeline mode, Command A, select everything, and Option P. Okay, good. So Option P is simply create a keyframe for all these, all those layers. Okay, so once you did a keyframe, the time start to recording. Okay, so don't freak out about that. So it will change until you do the next move. Okay, so what I want to do next is when you unselect, deselect everything. So this is actually a very effective way to do things. You want to remember it's a Command Shift A to deselect everything. So because you may accidentally select multiple objects, and we try to kind of deselect is kind of a very time consuming in some way. So Command Shift A can deselect everything. And then next is we're gonna to just back to the beginning time. For example, at maybe just at the 0 position, or let's just click 0F5. Okay, 0F5, 0F, right? 0.5F, sorry, or 10F. This is much more easier. So what I'm going to do is Command Menus, and then drag all the elements at this time to their corner position. Okay, leave the screen. Okay, so this one we may put somewhere. It actually could be anywhere. Okay, so now what we can see here is just make a random control. So we'll actually just see it. You will see this will create a very simple but beautiful animation. Okay. Okay, so don't forget you can do is Command A, F9. So I'll apply a quick ease effects. All right, so I think that's pretty good. Actually, if you want something to be move a little bit slowly, for example, I want this text will actually move fast. So this will be that layer. So I want this one to start later. Okay. So that means every piece I'll move, but this one will be the last one to move, but it's driving so fast, so it's catch the time. Actually, we can change the time a little bit. So, all right, very nice. Okay, so we're done with this. So the next stage, or once we complete those 2 animation, okay, we complete these 2 animation. So how we get this video document? So what you can do is go to File and Export and add it to Adobe Media Encoder to save as MP4. So we'll do the first one as an example. So because it's take a little bit of time for loading this app, so let's when the loading this app, we just wait a little bit time. So we just repeat some of the important concept. Okay, so we'll customize this to give this a more dramatic, or more interesting animation. So sometimes the variety is the key to make a good look. Okay, so one of those pieces to be moved in slowly, to begin these transitions a little bit at the different points. So we see somebody is slow, somebody is fast. So it's going to generate some those effects. Okay. All right. So now we have this window, but we still need to wait. But because I should, next time we should open the media encoder in the first place, so they will be responding a little bit fast. Okay, it's going to be there. Okay, in this one to wait here, we can then try to emphasize some points. Okay, so it's really important. The first one is the end return, the fidelity. So it's the key to create a beautiful shapes. Okay. All right. So also you can use Shift R, and so you can use right click. Not right click, so hold the Option and click and drag. You can change the brush size. Okay, change the brush size. But this one also have enter mode. So here the return, you can change those settings. I would recommend that you have this simplified to pretty big, 100%. So when you do that, they'll always give you a very smooth, smooth curve. Okay, so very good about drawing. All right, so get a space. So we introduce how we can apply some gradients and make it look cool. I kind of like the flat version. So all right, so I hope this one's working. Okay, so I'm going to resend this one. Sometimes it's need you to resend a second time to get this done. So I'm going to do export it, add to media encoder. Hope this time will work. Oh, that's a different file. So usually they work in the okay. I think I will need to first save this file. Okay, so now I got those two here, and we can drag. You wanted to select H point 264 is for regular MP4 file. You want to match the source frame rate, and you want to just click this, which is simply hit the return when you highlight this object. So hit the return. This one will start to work to render this MP4 file. So then you will get an MP4 file. So you can, it's a standard file, so you can use it for all those. You can upload online, do all the posts, all the purpose. So now I have those things here. So you can see this animation here. So standard MP4. This is a standard MP4 too. Okay, very quick demonstration. It's the first After Effects and XD demonstration in this channel, so I hope you enjoy it.